All glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta Antya Lila, Chapter 12, Text 109. Jagannate dehataila dipayena jvale tara parishrama haiba paramasafale. Deliver this oil to the temple of Jagannath, where it may be burned in the lamps. In this way, Jagadananda's labor is manufacturing the oil will be perfectly successful. 110. Ekata Govinda Jagadanandera Kaila Maunakari Rahila Paṇḍita Kichuna Kahila. When Govinda informed Jagadananda Pandit of this message, Jagadananda remained silent, not saying even a word. 111. Dinhadasa Gele Govinda Janhailara Bara Panditera Ichataila Prabhu Karhangi Kara. When 10 days had passed, Govinda again told Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, "It is the desire of Jagadananda Pandit that your lordship accept the oil." 112. Suni Prabhu kahe kichu sakrodha vachana mardhaniya ekaraka karite mardana. When the Lord heard this, he angrily said, "Why not keep the masseur to massage me?" 113. Ehi shuka lagi ami karilun sanyasa amhara sarvanasa tomasa bhara parihasa. Have I taken sannyas for such happiness? Accepting this oil would bring my ruination, and all of you would laugh. Purport. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu declared himself a strict sannyasi. A sannyasi is not supposed to take help from anyone. Retaining a masseur to give him massages would indicate his dependence on others. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to follow very strictly the principle of not accepting anyone's help for his bodily comfort. 114. Ate haite tailaganta muraye pabe dari sanyasi kari amare kahibe. If someone passing on the road smelled this oil on my head, he would think me a Dari sannyasi, a tantric sannyasi who keeps women. 115. Suni Prabhu Ravakya Govinda Mauna Karila Prathakale Jagadananda Prabhu Stane Aila. Hearing these words of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Govinda remained silent. The next morning, Jagadananda went to see the Lord. 116. Prabhu kahe Paṇḍita taila anila goda hoite amita sanyasi taila na parilaite. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said to Jagadananda Pandit, "My dear Pandit, you have brought me some oil from Bengal, but since I am in the renounced order, I cannot accept it." 117. Jagannate dehalana dipayena jvale tomara shakala shrama hari basafale. Deliver the oil to the temple of Jagannath, so that it may be burned in the lamps. Thus your labor in preparing the oil will be fruitful. 118. Paṇḍita kahe ke tomare kahe mityavani Amigo da hoite taila kabunahi ani. Jagadānanda Pandit replied, "Who tells you all these false stories? I never brought any oil from Bengal." 119. Etaboli gara hoite taila kalasa lana prabhura age anginate felila bhangiya. After saying this, Jagadānanda Pandit took the jug of oil from the room and threw it down before Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu in the courtyard and broke it. 120. Kaila bangi seipate nijagaragiya suyarahila gare kapatakiliya. After breaking the jug, Jagadānanda Pandit returned to his residence, bolted the door, and lay down. 121. Tritiya divase prabhutan radvareyana utaha Paṇḍita kahena dakiya. 3 days later, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to the door of his room and said, "My dear Jagadānanda Pandit, please get up." 122. Ajibiksha dibha amaya kariya randhane madhyane asiba ebeyai darashane. I want you to personally cook my lunch today. I am going now to see the Lord in the temple. I shall return at noon. 123. Etaboli prabhugela Paṇḍita utila Snanakarina navyanjana randhana karila. After Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu said this and left, Jagadānanda Pandit got up from his bed, bathed, and began to cook varieties of vegetables. 124. Madhyana kariya prabhu aila bhojane padha prakshalana kari dilena ashane. After finishing his noontime ritualistic duties, the Lord arrived for lunch. Jagadānanda Pandit washed the Lord's feet and gave the Lord a sitting place. 125. Sagrita salyana kala pate stupa kaila kalhara donga bari vyanjana chodi ke darila. He had cooked fine rice, mixed it with ghee, and piled it high on banana leaf. There were also varieties of vegetables placed all around in pots made with banana tree bark. 126. Anavyanjano pari tulasi manjari Jagannatera pitta pana aghe anedari. On the rice and vegetables were tulsi flowers, and in front of the Lord were cakes, sweet rice, and other prasadam of Jagannath. 127. Prabhu kahe dvitiya pate bhadha anavyanjana Tumhaya amaya aji ekatra kariba bhojana. The Lord said, "Spread another leaf with the helping of rice and vegetables, so that today you and I may take lunch together." 128. Astatuli rahena prabhuna karena bhojana tabe Paṇḍita kahena kichu saprema vachana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu kept his hands raised and would not accept the prasadam until Jagadānanda Pandit, with great affection and love, spoke the following words. 129. Apane prasadhalaha pache muni laimu tumhara agraha ke mane tumhara agraha ami ke mane kandimu. Please first take prasadam yourself, and I shall eat later. I shall not refuse your request. 130. Tabe Mahāprabhu shuke bhojane vashila vyanjane rasvadapana kahite lagila. In great happiness, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu then accepted the lunch. When he had tasted the vegetables, he again began to speak. 131. Prodhabheshera pakera haya aiches vada eita jani eto maya krishnera prashada. Even when you cook in an angry mood, he said, the food is very delicious. This shows how pleased Krishna is with you. 132. Apane kaibe Krishna tahara lagiya tumhara haste paka karaya utama kariya. Because he will personally eat the food, Krishna makes you cook so nicely. 133. Aiche amrita ana Krishne kara samarpana tumhara bagira sima ke kare varnana. You offer such nectarian rice to Krishna. Who can estimate the limit of your fortune? 134. Paṇḍita kahe kaibe sei paka karta amisa bhakevala matra samagri aharta. Jagadānanda Pandit replied, he who will eat has cooked this. And as far as I am concerned, I simply collect the ingredients. 135. Puna puna Paṇḍita nana vyanjana pariveshe bhayeki chuna balena prabhu kayena harishe. Jagadānanda Pandit continued to offer the Lord varieties of vegetables. Out of fear, the Lord said nothing but continued eating happily. 136. Agraha kariya Paṇḍita karaila bojana aradina hoite bojana hailada saguna. Jagadānanda Pandit eagerly forced the Lord to eat so much that he ate 10 times more than on other days. 137. Barabara Prabhu utite karena mana Sehi kale Paṇḍita pariveshe vyanjana. Again and again, when the Lord wished to get up, Jagadānanda Pandit would feed him more vegetables. 138. Kichu balite narena prabhu kayena tarase na kaile Jagadānanda karibhe upavashe. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu dared not forbid him to feed him more. He just continued eating, fearful that Jagadānanda would fast if he stopped. 139. Tabe Prabhu kahena kari vinhaya samana dasaguna kauyaila ebe kara samadhana. At last the Lord respectfully submitted. My dear Jagadānanda, you have already made me eat 10 times more than I am used to. Now please stop. 140. Tabhe Mahāprabhu uti kaila achamana Paṇḍita anila mukhasva samaya chandana. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu stood up and washed his hands and mouth, while Jagadānanda Pandit brought spices, a garland, and sandalwood pulp. 141. Chandhanadi lana Prabhu Vashila sehistane Amara age ajitumi karaha bojane. Accepting the sandalwood pulp and garland, the Lord sat down and said, now in front of me you must eat. 142. Paṇḍita kahe Prabhu yai karuna vishrama Muhi e bela iba prashadakari samadhana. Jagadānanda replied, My lord, you go take rest. I shall take prasadam after I finish making some arrangements. (143) Rasurya karya karache ramai ragunata inhasabaya dite kahi kichu vyanjana bhata. Ramai Pandit and Raghunath Bhatta did the cooking, and I want to give them some rice and vegetables. (144) Prabhu kahena Govinda tumi ihani rahiba Paṇḍita bojana kaile amare kahiba. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu then told Govinda, You remain here. When the Pandit has taken his food, come inform me. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nimalachari Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Vigyan Muni Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to Sripad Bhakti Nishkam Shanta Maharaj Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai. All glories to Giri Govardhan Gupta Govardhan Dham Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.